The amount of money that farmers in Massachusetts paid to maintain their crops between 1991 and 2008 is modeled by the equation above, where P is the amount of money the farmers paid in millions of dollars, and T is the year. So this is how much they paid in millions of dollars. T is the year, but they're saying assuming 1991 is T equals 0. What does the 3.53 mean in the equation? So let's look at this. So at t, in 1991, when t is equal to 0, this whole term is going to be equal to 0, and the farmers are going to pay, p is going to be 100. So they're going to pay $100 million in 1991 to maintain their crops. These are all the farmers in Massachusetts. Now, as t increments, each time t increases by 1, the amount that the farmers pay is going to increase by 3.53 times 1. So one way to think about it is this is the rate of increase from year to year. As t goes up a year, the amount the farmers pay is going to increase by $3.53 million. So let's see which of these choices are consistent with what I just said. The cost for maintaining crops was $3.53 million in 1991. No, that's just not true. In 1991, this term is 0, and it was $100 million. The cost for maintaining crops was $3.53 million in 2008. No, that's not going to be true either, because it's $100 million in 1991, and then each year it's going to increase by $3.53 million. The cost for maintaining crops increased a total of $3.53 million between 1991 and 2008. No, it's going to increase $3.53 million per year, not over the entire time span. The cost for maintaining crops increased by $3.53 million each year between 1991 and 2008. That is exactly right. Every time t, if we go forward a year, t increases by 1, it's going to increase. We're going to have 3.53 times that 1 higher t, so we're going to increase the whole p by 3.53. We're told Farah watched 2 different TV shows last week. TV show A has 11-minute episodes, and TV show B has 43-minute episodes. Together, she spent 196 minutes watching TV shows. Which equation models this relationship, where lowercase a is the number of TV show A episodes, and lowercase b is the number of TV show B episodes Farah watched? So pause this video and have a go at it on your own before we work through this All right, now let's do this together. So we know that together she spent 196 minutes watching TV shows. So what we want to do is total the amount of time she spent watching TV show A, the amount of time she spent watching TV show B, and then that should be equal to 196. And so actually let me just do TV show A in this orange color. How much time did she spend watching TV show A? Well, we know that each episode of TV show A is 11 minutes. So it's going to be 11 minutes times the number of episodes. And they say that lowercase a is the number of TV show A episodes. So this right over here, 11a, is how much time she spent watching TV show A. And what about TV show B? Well, each episode is 43 minutes. So it's going to be 43 minutes per episode. And how many episodes are there of TV show B? Well, it's lowercase b is the number of TV show B episodes. So 43 minutes per episode times lowercase b episodes, that's how much time she spent watching TV show B. So if you add the amount of time she watched TV show A to the amount of time she spent watching TV show B, that will be her total time. And we know that that needs to be equal to 196. And so let's see which of these choices have it. That's not that one. Let's see, this one is exactly what we got. This is different, and this is different. And we're done. a line is graphed and the xy plane is shown, which of the following equations represents the line? They give us a bunch of equations here. And so there's several ways we can tackle it. When we look at this, I can see there's two interesting points here. There's the point when x is, let me just write this, and actually let me write it a little lower so we can look at it at the same time that I look at the equation choices. So we see that when x is 0, y is 1. So that is the y-intercept, we could say. And then when you could see when x is 6, y is 0. When x is 6, y is 0. So a very kind of basic way of approaching this is see like, well, when x is 0, y needs to be equal to 1. When x is 0, we get 6y is equal to 1. Well, then y is going to be equal to 1/6. Rule that one out. When x is equal to 0, y needs to be equal to 1. If x is 0, then 6y equals 6. Yeah, y is going to be equal to 1. Now, when y is 0, x needs to be equal to 6. So if y is 0, this goes away, and x is equal to 6. So we're done. This is our choice. Now, there's other ways that we could do it. We could write it first in slope-intercept form and then convert to this form right over here. So let's do it that way. That way as well. So we could say that the equation of this line is going to be y, if I write it in y equals mx plus b form, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. We already know that b is equal to 1, so we already know that's 1. And what's the slope? Well, slope is our change in y for given change in x. And we see when our change in x is positive 6, when our change in x is positive 6, our change in y is negative 1. So our slope is we could add, have here, all of here, all equal to